Every nation needs a set of rules to maintain peace and order. These rules tell us what is right and what is wrong in the eyes of the law. In Pakistan, this primary set of rules for criminal offenses is known as the Pakistan Penal Code, or PPC. This code is the backbone of our country's criminal justice system. It defines various crimes and lays out the punishments for those who commit them. Without such laws, society could easily descend into chaos, where personal grievances are settled through force rather than through a structured legal process. Among the many laws within the PPC, some are designed to protect the social and religious fabric of our nation. These particular laws are often very sensitive and reflect the deeply held beliefs of the majority of Pakistan's population. Article 298 is one such provision. Article 298 of the Pakistan Penal Code is a law designed to protect religious feelings. Its full title is Uttering Words, etc., with deliberate intent to wound religious feelings. This law makes it a crime to say or do things with the specific goal of hurting the religious sentiments of any person. The key element here is deliberate intent. It is not about accidental remarks or unintentional slips of the tongue. The law targets calculated acts of disrespect. The scope of Article 298 is quite broad. It applies to any person, regardless of their own faith. The law prohibits several types of actions including spoken words, sounds, offensive gestures, or placing objects where they could be seen as religious insults. The first part is Article 298 itself, which states that anyone who utters any word with the deliberate intention of wounding religious feelings can be punished. The punishment prescribed is imprisonment for up to 1 year, a fine, or both. Later, 2 more sections were added, 298B and 298C. These sections are very specific and apply to the Ahmadiyya community. Article 298B addresses the misuse of epithets, descriptions, and titles reserved for certain holy personages or places in Islam. Article 298C goes further, making it a criminal offense for members of the Ahmadiyya community to pose as Muslims or preach their faith publicly. The punishment for violating 298B or C is imprisonment for up to 3 years and a fine. To grasp how Article 298 is applied, let's consider some practical examples. Imagine someone stands in a public marketplace and begins shouting insults about revered religious figures. If their intent is clearly to provoke and hurt religious feelings, they could be charged under Article 298. The key factors a court would consider are the words used, the public nature of the act, and most importantly, the evidence of deliberate intent. The enforcement typically begins when someone files a complaint with police. This complaint, known as a First Information Report or FIR, alleges a violation of Article 298. Once registered, the case enters the judicial system. The burden of proof lies with the prosecution, which must convince the court that the accused acted with deliberate intent. However, in the charged atmosphere that often surrounds such cases, judges can face immense public pressure, and proceedings can be lengthy. Article 298 is among the most debated laws in Pakistan. Supporters argue these laws are essential for maintaining public order in a country where religion is central to identity. However, critics argue that these laws, particularly sections B and C, are discriminatory and violate fundamental human rights including freedom of religion and expression. A major controversy is the potential for misuse, with critics alleging that accusations are often fabricated to settle personal disputes rather than address genuine religious offenses. In conclusion, Article 298 holds a significant and deeply contested place in Pakistan's legal landscape. It embodies the tension between the state's desire to protect religious sensitivities and its obligation to uphold fundamental rights for all citizens. The ongoing debate about this law is not just about legal text, it is about the very identity and future of Pakistan as a nation navigating the complex relationship between state, religion, and citizenship.